say any racist stuff.
Yeah. Not hot micing you. All right. We're back. Kathleen, thanks so much for joining us. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having me.
Is it McGee? Am I saying it right?
Oh, yeah, it's
okay,
McGee. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
It's a real McGee.
Okay.
It's a pretty tough last name.
Yeah.
Well, you said something the other day when I was listening to your podcast, doing my last minute research.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that you guys do research.
Yeah.
Good for you, because we don't.
It's mostly me and Josh. Usually I give Josh like the executive summary sometimes, but yeah. No, you said something about people pronouncing your name wrong. I'm like, now I started overthinking it. But
because there's different McGees. Or like there's McGee, like G-H-E-E.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Is there
Maggie,
like a Mac-Gee?
Maggie,
Yeah.
Mac-Gee, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Okay.
It's when it's like Maggie that's annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's McGee. I don't know.
All right. Got that settled. Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't get that is stupid.
It's it's like the easiest. It's the most popular nickname for most weird things. Like my friends call me Tits McGee, but like because it's my family name. Like so I get offended when girls are like, "Oh, I'm Tits McGee too." I'm like, "No, you're not."
No.
Really.
Not the real one.
Really.
Not the real one. Yeah. You said you were recording before this for your other.
Oh yeah,
podcast?
I do another podcast called Anything Goes. That we just we record on Zoom now because they're in Toronto and I'm out here. But I used to tape it with them in Toronto at XM before it became Sirius XM. Yeah. And so we were on. It was just like once a week, and that's where I got to meet a lot of really cool people that I now know. Like I think that's where I first met Ari Shafir. Was when he was coming through Toronto.
That's dope.
Yeah. And I met Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't know, should I be name dropping all these things?
Do, please,
but Bobcat Goldthwait is the coolest guy ever, and he's a very cool guy because he's I talked to him about like how I'm so sick of just stand up, and he's like, you need to diversify, like get into documentary making or script writing or something, but you can't just do stand up.
Okay.
And just like when you're new at stand up, you think that's all you're going to do for the rest of your life. You're like, I just want to do stand up. But then like I've been doing it for 15 years now, and now I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I don't care that much. Like I love doing it. I love getting on stage and I love touring and stuff, but I'm not like, if I don't do it all month, I don't panic. The only reason I would panic is because I'm not getting paid.
Right. Fair enough. You weren't like, so during quarantine, you weren't like just itching to get back out there? Or?
I was thriving. During quarantine, it was like, everybody was panicking and I'm like, we were asked to stay home. And just like, how many times you wake up and you're like so sick of waking up in the morning, going to your job, whatever. And now we're being forced to stay home and go through Netflix and watch all the shows that we had meaning to watch. And the government is paying us to stay home. And I mean, not a lot of money, but it's funny because like a lot of comics were getting CERB, and a lot of them, that's more than they were making on a monthly basis doing comedy. So it was kind of like for comedians, this quarantine was just like the best because it's what we do anyway.
It's a staycation kind of thing. Yeah.
It's true. Like basically we stay, like if you're on tour, you stay in your hotel room all day and then you go and you perform at night. So we're used to sitting by ourselves alone, trying to occupy time. And I mean, it was fun. It was kind of weird watching how everybody like changed like the first week. We're like, well, this is only gonna last a week, and then and then it just keeps going on. And then you see how people go from being complete alcoholics to like, I'm gonna take a step back for a minute because I'm scaring myself. That was me. Like I drank way too much right off the top. Way too much off the top. Like I think I spent like half my CERB check at Costco liquor store. I don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, I was drinking a lot. But then it's because it was so boring for a while.
No, I hear you. I felt like for me, the like weekday casuals got a little too casual a few times, and then I was like, maybe reel this in a little bit. But,
just relax a little.
Yeah. It's more so edibles for me.
Oh yeah. Well, that's even the best part about quarantine is, you have all this time. Yeah. Because edibles, you need time.
Very true.
You need to
wait a few hours for it to kick in, a few hours to lay on the couch, you know. So.
And then you pass out for a while. If it's a good one.
It's like a whole day ordeal sometimes.
Oh, definitely.
It really is a commitment.
If it's a good one, for sure. I love edibles. I love mushrooms too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn. Are you take them, you resaw the world in your life sort of thing, or is it just like?
I'm not like one of those people. I just like I just giggle my ass off and like. I just like touching stuff and like I just laugh and have a great time. It just makes me so happy to do them. And out of any of the edible, like, things like that, it's like, because sometimes you'll do other stuff and it'll make you, like, so tired the next day and stuff. But I always feel refreshed after I've had a good mushroom trip.
Really? Interesting.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just me.
Children.
Some
Fair
people
enough.
are different. I don't know.
Some people take it and they're like, it was life changing. Like, I'll never go back to the person I was before and all that.
I feel like saying, well, it's not ayahuasca.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not
Yeah.
like, it's just like, it makes you look at stuff. Stuff looks pretty for a while. I've never done acid. I don't know what acid's like. I've always been afraid to do it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So, like, but people say it's like mushrooms, but for hours.
Okay.
So I
Oh,
probably
really?
shouldn't do it because I probably would love it.
I've
Yeah.
heard DMT's kind of like that too.
I've heard DMT is closer to ayahuasca in that it's like a very powerful trip. Like I was watching, there's a new Netflix series about alternative medicine. I don't remember what it's called. It's on like the top, whatever you can
Oh, you
find
know,
it really.
I think I know which one.
Yeah.
Is there a famous person who hosts it, or is that something else?
No, it's not famous for. It's just a bunch of different. Like, so they have one that's about essential oils. There's one that's about fasting. There's one about tantric sex. There's one about ayahuasca. And I just watched the ayahuasca one today, and it was interesting. I've always wanted to do ayahuasca, but I also have a fear of vomiting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Do people vomit on it a lot? Is that a
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
not at all, not at all. Yes, you vomit a lot.
Oh,
That's
really?
part
Okay.
of it. They,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like you drink
That's like
this
the whole
stuff.
thing.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
It's like I
I'm
had a
decently
friend that
less
did it.
interested now.
It's interesting, but it's
Yeah.
just like you like they call it purging, obviously,
Yeah.
but like you drink the ayahuasca, it apparently tastes horrifying, like the worst thing you will ever taste in your life, and then you just kind of like on the show I was watching, she's like, I sat there for 45 minutes, and then I was like, and then I started seeing people around me starting to purge. So people are all throwing up. Everyone gets this little bucket. They're all puking their guts out. And then she
Really?
started to purge. And then they said, as soon as you stop purging, that's when you go on this crazy ass trip. And people on this video were like crawling around, crying. Like it was insane. But I know people that have done it, and everyone that's done it has said it is amazing, and it will change your life. And but then this also in this documentary they were talking about like one of the women at that actual one, she had a seizure while
damn.
she was taking it.
Okay.
So there was one guy on there saying, yeah, it can be very dangerous
Definitely.
to some people, people with multiple personalities, people with major psychotic diseases or illnesses should not be doing
I
it.
think that goes for most drugs and severe.
I guess
Even weed. Like, weed is pretty powerful when you get up there.
yeah,
so.
I've heard that if you're schizophrenic and you smoke weed, it's not good for you. It'll make you very
believe it.
schizophrenic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're not coming back.
So-
yeah.
So do you like puke automatically, or like
It's a
Well,
poison.
is there like a
It's essentially a
time?
poison.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I saw one thing because Chelsea Handler also had a show like this. That maybe that's one you're thinking about, where
Maybe.
Chelsea Handler does, and then so she did ayahuasca once, and then she did with a couple of her friends, and she didn't get sick, and so she was like, well, I feel like it didn't work for me, but
Didn't take enough.
yeah, you didn't take enough. I don't know. I would never just like, I've heard people say, oh yeah, you can just go to Vancouver and do it in this guy's house. No, I would not do that.
I have heard
I
that
want to
too.
go to like a decent retreat.
Yeah, you gotta
I don't know.
go. Like I have friends that went to Peru, and
Okay.
they said it was really cool because
Yep.
like they have a shaman there, and like they're chanting, and they said it's really really interesting. They actually did it twice when they were there.
Oh
They
wow.
did it once, and then they did it again. And not only do you vomit a lot, you shit for days.
I've actually heard like
days.
you're not supposed to eat like a day beforehand or something.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you will like essentially shit yourself
yeah.
while you're doing it.
I just like
Really?
Yeah. You don't really want
This
to
is
do
how
that.
desperate humans are to be happy. That
Yeah.
we're willing to like put
Yeah,
our bodies through being violently ill, just so that our brains will like reset a little
Rewire,
bit.
yeah.
It's so weird, but I still want to do it.
Yeah.
But they also said if you are on like Vyvanse, which I am on, it's for ADHD, you shouldn't do it.
Huh.
So
Oh really? Interesting.
I'd do it for sure.
yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah. I've heard stories though that like some of the like sketchy retreats they'll they'll like make you give them your credit card like while you're tripping balls or whatever.
Yeah, I
Some
wouldn't
shit
be
like
doing
that.
that.
I don't know.
That'd be, yeah.
I'll do some deep internet research before I.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like there's a comic in Vancouver named Damon Schroeder, and he went and did it in Mexico. And then he did a one-man show about it that was really amazing. It was really, really good. But everybody that I know that's taken it, they all say it's fully worth it. Every part of it, even getting sick. And they said like even like you don't even remember that you got sick.
I was about to say, do you even remember that part of it?
No, like you don't even, like you're kind of out of your mind. Like I had a friend that said that when he did it, he got sick and then he laid down and then he said, I could be fucking this up, but he said that a spider came down from the sky and looked at him and said, do you want to go? And, right? And a lot of people have out-of-body experiences with it.
Yeah.
And he said no, because he thought that's what it meant. He's like, I don't want to have an out-of-body experience. So he said no. So then he said, well, the spider said, well, what do you want? And he said, to be healed. So then the spider then goes inside of his chest.
No thanks.
And bit his heart.
Okay, I'm done.
And like, listen though, so the spider starts sucking out all this black, like just black. He didn't say what it felt like if it looked like a liquid or a smoke.
Okay.
I mean, he just kept sucking out all this black, and then the spider comes up and he's like, okay, you're healed. And then he's like, I have no depression anymore. He's like, I'm not on antidepressants. He's like, it really did change a lot of things. So I don't know. It would be nice to have a reset button, right? Like when your Wi-Fi is not working very well. Like
unplug it, wait 30 seconds, plug it back in.
If your
kind of
brain's
thing.
not working very well, just like unplug yourself for a bit and restart. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, when you get down to it, it's just this like liquid computer in your head, you know?
True. Yeah, true. And like I would be worried also though that like, because I do stand up, so I don't want to change how I think, because that's how I write jokes. So I'd be afraid, and most of the people I know have done it are comics, and they've all said no, that doesn't happen. But I would be afraid that like you would come out of it weird. And I've heard of people becoming like born again religious people, and I do not want to be one of those people. I don't want to be born again.
No.
I want to be reset, not born again.
Not preaching on a corner of White Avenue or
yeah.
something.
Oh my God, that guy is awful.
That guy's great.
I have heard that it's like this internal, whereas like mushrooms are external, like an external, you see things, all that stuff. I've heard that you just sit there. This is obviously different for different people.
Yeah.
That sounds more like a external, but, and you kind of go back through all the people you've ever met in your life and you're like, this person meant that to me.
Yeah.
And then this person meant that to me. And I was like, that could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
That could be very interesting.
Have you ever seen a movie called Defending Your Life?
No,
actually,
it's old. It's like from the 80s or something. It's got Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep in it, and Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks are both people that just died, so they're in heaven.
Okay.
And if you're gonna stay in heaven, you have to defend why you deserve to stay in heaven, or they just put you back down on earth, and you got to do your life over again until until your life is good.
Sure.
And there's part of that movie where they're in this heaven area, and they go to this place, and you can go look at all your past lives. So you can go see, oh, I was this and that. And it's kind of cool because I always believe in past lives. Like, I think that they're real. I believe in, like, weird stuff. Like, I went to a psychic. I believe in some psychics. And that one psychic talked about past lives. And he said, well, like, in your past life, everyone that you meet in this life, you have had a relationship or met in a past life. So
like
I might
met meaning like know them pretty well sort of thing?
No,
or
like I met
passing?
You guys. We passed.
Okay.
Maybe
right.
we had maybe it was a different relationship and we knew each other better, but this guy said everybody in your life was in your life in some way. Mm-hmm. And then I was with my cousin, and he said, yeah, at one point in one of your lives you were royalty, which is why now when people ask you to do things you're confused. And you're like, why do I have to do this? Because you were used to not doing anything in one life. And then my cousin was like, well, that's true, because I lived with her at that time, and so she called me princess for the rest of my life now. But
gotcha.
But yeah, it's just interesting.
Yeah. Do you do that regularly? Make sure you're on the right path, sort of thing, or was it like a one time?
I did go in like every year on my birthday for a few years. I would go and just get
really
something
cool.
done. Like downtown on Jasper, I have the Russian tea house.
Okay.
They have like
Where is that?
it's right on Jasper Ave. I think it's like 105th Street. Jasper.
Oh, okay. I've never
It's
noticed
next.
it
There
before.
was a Fabutan there, but I don't think it's Fabutan anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was right next door.
Oh, okay. Wait, I think I know. Anyways,
Yeah. It's on that main part of Jasper Ave. But yeah, it's just this like little tea house. And you just go and then they have all these people that read tarot cards or psychic, and then you pay and they'll do a reading for you. And I've had some like really accurate to in my mind readings, and even if it's just somebody that's just like pointing you in a right direction, I don't feel like as long as they're not trying to exploit money out of you, like it's not as long as they're not like for $20 I'll tell you who you're gonna marry, or for $28 I'll tell you, you know. But I had somebody when I was 21. I was like very depressed. I had a boyfriend had dumped me, and then the person said, well, like, you're 21 and you're like 24th year, you'll figure out what you're going to do. And you're finally going to get what you're going to do. And he's like, it has something to do with performing arts. I don't know what it is. Like it's like you have an ability to do something that you're good at. Like, so he's like, you know how there's karaoke singers and there's actual professional musicians. You can go to a karaoke bar and you can hear somebody belt out a song and they're really, really talented, but they're not like going to be like a singer, professional singer. So then he's like, in your 24th year, you're going to find this. And I started comedy when I was 24. And so, like, I'm not saying that he predicted it, but even if he planted a little seed in my head, and then I subconsciously was like, I'm 24 now, I'm going to go try and do comedy finally. I don't know, but I'm glad he did.
Interesting. Yeah. It's almost like it's a little bit of a chicken and the egg scenario. Like, maybe he did, or maybe he, kind of coaxed you in that direction. I don't know.
Everyone has a psychic ability, though, I think. Like, you know, everyone's, like, guessed a song before it comes on the radio.
Or what about, like, deja vu always trips me out.
Yeah.
Like, I've had some, like, very vivid deja vu in my life, and where I'm like, oh, shit, I'm having deja vu. This happens next, and then
it happens.
Yeah.
Well, some people call it intuition. Some people call it psychic ability. Some people call it a gut feeling, and some people call it psychic ability. Like, it's like a thing, like, and I've also gone to somebody and they said, you know, you have like a psychic ability, like you have, you just have to listen to your gut. So if your gut is telling you, you know, don't go there, or I really need to go to this place, go there. Like, I just listen to what your intuition is telling you, and usually, you know, I don't know. I mean, I've probably made a lot of bad decisions, but sometimes I listen to my gut and it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think everything's connected to some degree. It's kind of,
I believe so.
Yeah. We're getting deep on this.
It's the circle of life.
We're getting into it.
We should have done some mushrooms.
Yeah, seriously, hey. Yeah.
Fuck, I need to watch that movie again.
The live action or the
I've never seen the live action.
Oh, it's
I
good.
watched it. It was good.
Really?
I thought it was, I mean, it's
pets?
the same movie.
I mean, I got replaced with a pet, but yeah.
You got what do you mean you got replaced?
Well, I moved
with
out of
a
my
pet?
house and my parents got a dog, so I got a dog by extension.
Well,
but,
that's nice.
Yeah. So it's like I'm like grandma. Like I come over and like, make her behave poorly and then leave.
Why did they wait for you to leave? Are you allergic to dogs?
No, they just wanted to replace me.
That's hilarious. And do they like the dog or you more?
Probably the dog.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Realistically.
from them in months, to
What
be
kind of
honest.
dog is it?
It's a German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, they love the dog a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
I have a Corgi Chihuahua, and he hates
Corgi?
he hates German Shepherds.
Corgi Chihuahua.
That's a small dog.
Is he more a Corgi or more Chihuahua?
I don't know. Like, he doesn't have the...
I'm very curious what he looks like, honestly.
He's got the coloring of a tan Corgi.
Okay.
He doesn't have short little legs, but he's a little stout, and like he's so cute. His name is Eugene.
Oh, I like that.
It was his birthday this weekend, so we had a birthday party for him yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Oh, it was the best. It was the best.
I need to see a picture of this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, being a Chihuahua, are his ears like pointier?
Oh, yeah, he's got pointy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going
He's
to
got
pull
pointy.
it up.
I'll pull it up. Yeah. I'm like I don't have children, I have dogs.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Which I will recommend to anyone. If you're debating whether you want to have children or dogs, get dogs. Trust me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be happier. Even my friends that have children are like, get dogs.
Fair enough.
Really?
Because, that's a good one. He's a bit of a dickhead. That's his Chihuahua side.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
But-
got like a Chihuahua head and
Kind
like
of
a corgi
like
body.
on a corgi
Yeah.
body. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, he's got a really good personality and stuff. And I call him my son, and it bothers people sometimes. I love it when people get mad about that because it's usually people that have children. And
Yeah, they're like,
because,
it's not the same.
It's not the same. I'm like, well, it is the same, and it's actually better.
I'm the smart one here.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's pretty cute, right?
Oh yeah, damn cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, corgi. I don't know. Corgis are. There's like, yeah, they
They're
are pretty.
cute. Have you ever watched a corgi? Like, have you ever like walked a corgi and watched their butt?
I've seen the other day in the river.
Yeah.
There's some people who live vaguely around me who have 2 corgis, and I think they're purebreds, and I just love watching them. They're so
cute.
funny.
They have this cute little waddle, or when
Yeah.
they run, it looks like they're floating sometimes. And like,
Yeah.
they used to dock corgis' tails, and they don't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because why are you cutting off animals' tails? What's the point of that?
It is-
I've always wondered about that.
Well, the
even-
reason why I think the reason they did it is because they're hurting dogs and like either their tails could get caught on something, or I don't know.
Oh, really? Interesting.
There
I
had
thought
to
it was all kind of a show dog look thing. Like, you
I
know,
hope
there's
not,
certain, like they clip the ears on
Yeah.
some, and
Yeah.
it's
I think
kind
that
of a weird practice.
a lot of places aren't doing that because
Yeah.
Dobermans that happens to.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And Dobermans. Have you ever seen a Doberman with its actual ears?
They're way
Yeah.
better looking.
They're
way
so
cuter.
cute.
Yeah.
They're these big floppy eared. Oh my god! Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Stop cutting off. Why are we cutting off the body parts of animals to make them look better for us? Like, it's so stupid.
It is weird.
It is weird.
In a contest where they run around.
But corgis are hurting dogs?
Corgis are a herding dog, and
Do the sheep just laugh? Or like,
yeah.
Catch me if you can sort
Yeah.
of thing. Like,
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, my dog will herd other dogs. Like,
Yeah.
we'll take him to the dog park, and then he'll try and he'll try
Interesting.
and herd them and boss them around. Like,
it's
he's-
funny
And then
how
feed them
dogs,
Taco
yeah,
Bell.
Yeah.
Feed them Taco Bell, yeah.
It's funny. It is funny how dogs keep that like evolutionary thing. Like I have someone I know had a dog who was like a hunting dog, so it like points at things
Yeah.
all the time. And they were all wolves.
Yeah,
and
they
I
were
just
all
picture
wolves at one point.
That
how
is
the
the
fuck
weirdest
did
thing.
we end up with pugs when they like
Yeah, how
that?
did we get a pug from a wolf?
How do we do that? Like, you know,
pug's probably
like I
just-
get it if, you know, if your mom has blue eyes and your dad has blue eyes, you'll probably have blue eyes. But how did wolves turn into pugs kind of thing? I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at look at humans though. We're all humans, but there's lots of different looking humans.
I
I guess.
guess,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Took the saddest wolf.
I
and
didn't
bred it
do
with
well
the
in
other
genetics.
Saddest wolf.
Neither did I. I never took bio.
It's so it's weird. But like in the animal kingdom, they'll do natural selection themselves. Like if
They're a
you're
little less forgiving even.
oh yeah, they'll kill another animal if it's born with a defect, or they'll attack it. Like there's I used to work for City of Edmonton, and I would do stuff at the Valley Zoo sometimes, and there was a meerkat there named Muriel that
Nice.
they had to take out of the meerkat enclosure because she had epilepsy, and the
Okay.
other meerkats would attack her and try to kill her because they're trying to keep that gene out
Keep
of
the-
their
Right.
so that like it's like animal eugenics is basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Meerkats is Timon from the
Yes.
Lion King,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Meerkats are
Fuck yeah.
fucking. I would love to own a meerkat. I know you can't, but they're the cutest things ever.
They're pretty cool looking.
They're
They are,
so
yeah.
cute. They like stand on their back legs and they're adorable.
They're really like lanky.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
Have you ever? My old roommates bought after I moved out. Thankfully, bought 2 pet ferrets. Speaking of
Yeah.
weird lanky
That
animals,
is a weird one.
I don't know. They're,
Ferrets creep me out, and
They
I love
are.
animals.
Yeah,
but ferrets kind of creep me out.
they're a bit of a weird one. And like growing up, the kids who had ferrets were like the weird spazzy kids, right? So, some people let them like run around their house like cats. Like,
Oh, yeah.
They just wander. I thought it was like a hamster. You leave it in a cage, but
No,
apparently
there's
not.
people that let them
odd.
run free.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Weird.
like I mean, it's like a mink or something, same sort of idea.
I think so.
Their ferrets are from
Yeah.
that kind of.
Badgers,
Yeah.
maybe?
It's probably in the same
They have
vein.
Raccoons?
They have cute faces, but
Yeah.
they're just such weird animals. And then they both, or no, wait, one died and one got lost because they would put them outside in a playpen.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I guess they like being outside, sort of, and
Yeah.
then forgot them out there. And then I don't know. I think the neighbor cat got at them,
Oh,
and then not good.
no.
And then the other one managed to get away, and they found it like 3 days later. So
Oh
it
my
didn't
I
allow.
thought
God.
ferrets are like big though.
No,
they're like this long. They're like a long sausage animal.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, no, they don't get that.
I know some woman that has like an exotic license for animals and had a cougar at one point
Like
in
living
Edmonton?
in Edmonton. Yeah.
in her yard.
Yeah, like she like raised a cougar.
Wow, just like that Carol Baskin lady.
Yeah,
We had
pretty much.
Edmonton's own Carol
Edmonton
Baskin.
Fuck
Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Okay.
Honestly.
I have so many follow-up questions. How do you know this person?
Yeah.
Did
She
the cougar
was-
cause issues if like a kid kicked the ball into the yard or something
Yeah.
by accident?
So I think she had it to a certain age and then had to like get rid of it because
Oh, really?
obviously they're
wild,
wild
Yeah.
cats. Yeah. But she had it like from like birth to a certain age, and then I knew her because she was a dog trainer with the dog trainer that used to do the dog training for my dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you could
Wow.
follow
I didn't
that.
even know you could do that here. Have exotic.
I did. Well,
Yeah.
I knew that. Like,
She had a wolf too,
wow.
like a
Did she live
purebred wolf.
in the city, or did she have like live on an acreage?
I think she did at one point, and now she lives outside
in the
city.
country. Yeah. Because that would be weird. Like, what if it escapes or something?
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen like people that own raccoons or skunks, which are the cutest. They are so cute because they de-skunk them.
Oh, yeah,
so they
okay,
don't
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't spray anymore. They still always
How-
kind of smell.
Does one de-skunk a skunk?
I think it's
I think
just
it's like
a
glands,
gland.
and you just remove them,
yeah,
sort of
you
thing.
just- yeah. They still kind of always have a faint skunky smell though. But they're so cute. They're like
They actually near my house. There was a skunk family around there, and like I saw them one night, but it was like the mom probably and like 3 or 4 babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are
marching
cute.
around, yeah.
They're real. Skunks are really really cute, and they're kind of like cats if you domesticate them.
Really?
Yeah, like I just started following this guy on Instagram that has a dog, a cat, and a brand new little skunk. And the skunk will like do the whole thing where, you know, when skunks feel like they're gonna fight, they'll like get big and like jump around, and then they'll turn around and spray. But it's just when he's playing with this skunk, he like goes crazy, and it's the cutest thing ever. You just like, oh, I want a skunk now.
Interesting.
Now I get the whole Pepe Le Pew thing and him going after the cat. and all
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That they bounce like that. They actually do bounce like that.
You're kidding.
Is that
Yes.
a thing? Wow.
No.
Yes, little skunks.
The
They
more
kind
you-
of.
the
This
more you
one
know.
does. Yeah, it was very cute.
Unreal.
I would own a skunk if I could.
I mean, just saying, if it was ethical and fair to the animals, owning tigers would be pretty sweet.
It
but,
would be sweet,
But
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something to.
but just
wild
get a
animals
house.
and-
Just get a
yeah.
house cat
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and call it
With
tiger.
cool
Yeah.
coloring, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Call
don't.
it tiger. Yeah.
These poor animals. We don't need to like take them and
Yeah.
bring them into our homes and stuff.
No.
Specifically like tigers though, like the ones that are like king of the jungle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna put you in a cage. You're gonna be really lethargic. You're not gonna
Yeah.
do anything. We're gonna pet you like a house cat. I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, a lot of people don't like zoos for the reason that like they feel like animals should not be taken from the wild and put on display for humans. But if I think most animals in zoos are either were injured and were being rehabilitated, or they were born in captivity.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're born in captivity,
Yeah, I guess you're
not
kind
gonna
of hooped.
really. Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You'd be
Yeah.
like, "What's that cartoon where the animals go from the New York Zoo and they go to Madagascar?"
Madagascar, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
they're like, yeah, that's like, yeah. I was at the zoo in Winnipeg. I was in Winnipeg a couple like last month doing shows,
Okay.
and so one day I ate an edible and I walked to the zoo,
Nice.
and
How's the zoo in Winnipeg?
It's amazing.
Oh, really?
It's really
I don't
big.
picture that as a zoo destination.
It's a really nice zoo. Like, it's shockingly good.
What else would you do there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Fair.
ate edibles, and I came up with about 10 children's books high on edibles because just watching the animals, like,
Yeah, yeah.
it was crazy. And like, I watched the stingrays for about 10 minutes. I just stood there and they like swam around. Like, this is awesome.
That's a real zoo if they have stingrays. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they're new there, but yeah, they have
Interesting.
stingrays there.
shit.
yeah.
Are you gonna follow through on the books or?
No, probably not. I mean,
No,
I always
just-
say I will, but I should write children's books. But I
Yeah,
think
there's
that
your
the best.
diversified.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The best children's series are. It looks like the people that create them are high all the time whenever they're writing them.
Oh, Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Yeah.
Seuss,
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Adventure Time. You guys watch Adventure Time?
I know what it is. I don't watch it.
You have to watch it. It is
Yeah.
one of the best. It's so funny.
Is it
It's-
funny?
Oh
Like,
my
is it?
god!
Yeah.
It's just like so weird. Some of the episodes are so weird, but it's also really cool kind of stories and stuff. But it's just silly and like, if I had kids, I would make them watch it because like you
Is
can
the
learn a lot of
target
stuff.
demo more adult or more kid or kind of
It's for
everyone?
kids,
or?
but
Oh,
it's
really?
like
Okay.
adults love it because it is like it's just like a really great series.
Yeah.
And the guy that created it, what was his name? Pendleton Ward, I think.
That guy's definitely high.
Yeah,
With a
he's
name like
oh
that.
yeah,
Pendleton?
yeah.
All the time.
I'm sure like the people that created SpongeBob SquarePants,
That's a good point, actually. But that's
super
been
high.
normalized.
Yeah.
So
But when you even think back of like Magic School Bus, like even
Yeah.
just the concept of like the shrinking bus and going, inside people and all that shit. And
Well, when you're a little kid, you
Yeah.
are kind of high all the time the way you think.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Like you're good at make believe,
Interesting.
you're good at all this
Make-believe,
stuff.
yeah.
Your brain hasn't like learned to be scared of things
Or realistic or
yeah, or cynical or anything like that.
cynical, anxious.
Yeah, your brain is
self-doubting.
still-
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
More pliable.
I think that's why adults do drugs. So that we
I
can remember
think
what
we're
it's
onto
like
something
to
here.
feel like be like kids. Because like you see somebody, look
I'm
at
having a moment.
Yeah,
here.
you are. I can see it. I can see it. Like whenever I'm on mushrooms, I'm like dancing around, laughing my ass off. Like I'm not thinking about if my car payment's gonna go through or not. Like I'm definitely not thinking about adult stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
thinking about just having fun. And like when you're a kid, that's basically your life. And like twirling gets you high when you're a kid. Like, remember when you're like spinning, then get
Yeah.
dizzy? I do that all the time. Kids that do that are gonna do drugs when they're adults.
Yeah, that's the
Twirlers are always the ones that are
the
going to do
sign.
drugs.
That's the warning signs.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
point.
Kids that twirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Maybe nobody ever wants to grow up,
Well, nobody does want
No.
to grow up.
I mean, yeah.
When you're a kid, you want to be an adult, but then you get there and you're like, why did I want to be an adult ever?
Yeah.
Because like you think you have so much freedom, but you really don't.
No. But also, like, I feel like we're all just kids that got bigger, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as an adult in
Still,
many ways. In
Yeah.
my
I
opinion.
no fucking
you know?
clue what I'm doing.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
especially men. Men never grow up.
Yeah,
True.
correct.
It's like it's a fact. Like you
Yeah.
guys know this. We all know this.
Oh, yeah.
You don't become an adult until you're in your 40s, maybe.
Yeah.
But by then you're like divorcing your wife and marrying a woman that's 22.
The dream.
That's
You read us like a
hilarious.
book, honestly.
I've been around. I've been around a lot of emotionally stunted men before. You're not special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost 40. I've lived life.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Emotionally stunted. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Guys
Oh,
don't learn
definitely.
to talk about their emotions until they're at least in their 30s.
Yeah, and usually by like, what's the word I want? Like, not by force, by.
By accident?
Yeah, or like you put it off until you're confronted by the unconfrontable or something.
And you
like
have
that.
to.
Does that make
confront-
sense?
Yeah. You just keep pushing it down,
Yeah.
pushing it down until it explodes, and then you're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I just like, you've got to deal.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, that's why men are most likely the ones to be serial killers, and most likely.
Wait, what? Because they're more
Because
childlike?
because they're emotionally stunted.
Because they're
okay,
emotionally
okay.
stunted.
Gotcha.
They
They
suppress their
don't
emotions.
process them.
Well, and
Gotcha.
a lot of serial killers had horrifying mothers or
Yes,
overbearing
yeah.
mothers, like mothers that loved them too much or mothers that didn't love them enough. That's like a big trait
Yeah.
among serial killers, and it's like, if
Either
you-
way, you get stuck in like a childhood kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared to become a mom. I don't want to raise a serial killer. I'm not sure if I'd be too good of a mom or too bad of a mom, but I know I'd be one of them, and
There's no healthy median. It's one extreme.
yeah, like what do you
Yeah.
feel if you all of a sudden you find out you raised a serial killer? You're gonna feel real bad about yourself.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, did you guys ever watch Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And the mom was like super in denial.
Oh, yeah,
Like I feel
still.
like they're
100%.
like a different type of person too, who's maybe very off in their own
Oh yeah.
world too, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The mothers of serial killers and sociopaths, they're very messed up, or like they either pay absolutely zero attention to this child and made them feel totally unloved and totally unmothered, or they smother the shit out of this kid and make them feel kind of like, I don't know,
Extra special, too
yeah,
special,
yeah.
a little too coddled, maybe.
Yeah. I wonder where the medium is, because there's no real there's no handbook on parenting.
No,
Yeah.
there isn't.
Or one will
Yeah.
tell you this. One will
And
tell you
any
that.
fucking idiot can be a parent. And to be honest,
That's
it's
also
usually the
Very
fucking
often.
idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least they're the first parents, right? Like they're the parents before everybody else. Yeah,
it's true. Like if I agree with that, and maybe I'll get in trouble for saying this, but I find that if it's like younger parents, they're a lot dumber than if it's a couple that waited till their 30s to have a child, because they're
Especially
like, well, we're gonna wait until we're able.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just gonna be like, oh, he came inside me, I guess we're having a kid. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels better that way, so I guess we're having a kid.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the smartest people don't have children.
We've come back to that topic again.
Have you ever seen Idiocracy?
Yes.
That's exactly like the
What's
opening
that? I don't know
scene.
what that is.
It's who's the
Luke Wilson. Is it Luke Wilson? Yeah.
could be.
Oh, okay.
He gets cryogenically frozen.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like not the smartest dude,
Okay.
but like I don't know, it's 300 years in the future or some shit.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and he's the smartest dude because all the dumb people keep having kids.
And all the smart people are
Yeah.
like, we don't want to have children. Why would we have children?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So essentially the United States right now.
It literally, it's honestly frightening. If you watch Idiocracy, it's like, oh no,
Oh, well.
it's happening.
What year is that, like, an older? If it was Luke Wilson, that was probably, like, early to mid 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like early 2000s. My favorite app, I'm going to look on it right now, is IMDB.
IMDb is a good app. Yeah.
Because I'm always like reading the trivia on everything, and I found out where it was filmed and stuff. But let's look up Idiocracy.
Have you been watching? Do you watch Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Here and there.
They have that really cool feature where if you're in a scene, they have like the actors in the scene.
Oh, yeah. When you pause it and shit?
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty bonkers.
Or no, I thought it was just the actors in the movie.
No. Actors in the scene.
What do you mean? Like
So-
if you pause it, it will say?
Yeah, so if you're watching a scene and there's the three of us in the scene,
Yeah.
on the sidebar it'll be 1, 2, 3. The people in the scene.
Weird.
Just the people
Damn.
in the scene.
I can't wait to
Wow.
go do that tonight.
Yeah.
That'd be so helpful as a little kid when you're like, oh man, who's that hot chick? But you don't really know how to Google yet.
And it's like they'll have no-name people in it and shit.
Yeah.
And you're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's amazing.
2006, that's when that
Okay,
was made.
Yeah.
That was like peak Luke Wilson and Friends and
Yeah.
Spawn movies.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
he wakes up in 2505, so 500 years in the future.
Oh, damn. Okay.
We're already there.
Yeah, it's going
Word.
to take 50, not 500.
Yeah, not
We'll
500
be
years.
long gone by then, probably.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Someone else's problem.
For sure. Amazon Prime is probably one of the best streaming services because they have so much awful shit on there, like really bad movies. Like
Really?
we
Like
found
no one ones or like like
What do you
like
mean?
like a well-known bad movie, or is it like a direct-to-TV?
both. Like
no
you
one's
can
ever heard
you
of.
can find a really shitty, well-known movie,
Okay.
or you can go and find so much garbage. Like we found Sean LeComber, who's my co-host for my other podcast. We were in New West doing shows, and we were watching one night we had off, so went through Amazon Prime. We found Titanic 2.
What? That's impossible.
What?
It is the best awful movie I've ever seen in my
man.
life. Like it is painfully bad.
Please describe it to me.
It's basically this like rich guy's father rebuilds the Titanic in like the year 2000, and they're going to sail it
It's in
again.
2000.
Like it's in present time. So they're like, oh, that's the maiden voyage of Titanic 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like such a low budget shitty movie. Like there's it's filmed on the Queen Mary it's in Long Beach, California. If you've ever been to Long Beach, California, you've seen this ship. It's like in the harbor there, and it's like you can have parties on it, and you can it's just like a museum and stuff.
Yeah.
So they filmed it on that, and it's they show it setting sail, and it goes from Long Beach, California, with palm trees and everything, till they go past the Statue of Liberty.
Oh no!
It's so bad.
I love it.
It's so bad.
I love it already.
It's so bad. The acting is brutal. The extras are horrifyingly bad. Which in my favorite thing to do is watch extras act. Like I fucking love it. I did some extra work in Toronto when I lived there.
Did you?
And I always thought comics had the most weird people joining the scene, but extras are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy people. They think they're actual actors. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's hilarious.
I've seen a few like Instagram videos where like people do that. Like they show a scene and like zoom in on them or whatever.
Get
And they're
high
like-
and watch extras act. You'll have the
Yeah,
best time
yeah.
ever. Especially in this movie. Like, oh, it was just terrible. It looked like they had pulled tourists off the street just to be in this movie.
Nice.
Like, it was so bad. And then the ending, it just ends.
Does it sink?
It doesn't like, I think
It just successfully goes where it was going, or what?
Well, you guys, there's so much to this movie.
God.
Like, there's like, what happens?
You've sold me on it. I gotta check it out.
You have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. That's like, I swear to God, I talk about it so much on podcasts that I think that the person that made it's like, why are we getting so many views suddenly?
Yeah. We owe someone royalties
Oh,
for this.
It's like, it goes from like, what happens to the Titanic is it's sailing, and then because of the climate change, all of the icebergs are melting, right? So then this one iceberg breaks off, and its huge piece falls into the ocean and brings up and shakes all the icebergs from underneath the ocean. And all these icebergs come up, and there's a tsunami and icebergs, and it's just like, this is the most ridiculous fucking movie. The dialogue, like, if you like good movies, you're gonna have a hard time watching this, because like the dialogue
is it like The Room bad kind
yes,
of thing?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's like, I'm surprised it's not getting as much notoriety as The Room, because it is really, really bad. Like, there's this one scene where this like girl used to date the rich guy's son, and then so that's their conflict, and they're talking, and she says, I was sorry to hear about your dad dying, and he goes, don't mention it. Who says that?
That's like, wait.
Don't mention it.
That's like when someone like, oh, thanks for the water, don't mention it. Like, it's a positive thing.
I was sorry
That's
to hear
not
about
how
your
people
dad.
talk. Yeah. This isn't how humans talk.
I love watching bad.
Yeah. I do like
movies.
The idea of a good bad movie.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
I love watching like really low budget,
Low budget ones are
terrible movies.
I like the high budget bad ones. I don't know. They're just because it's
those are just sad.
It is because it's so catastrophically bad. Like,
Yeah.
you spent millions of dollars. Someone at some point thought this is gonna be great, and then you have Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't like Waterworld also known for being one of the worst
Oh yeah.
movie flops of all
Is
time?
that the one with
Kevin Costner?
Yes. Yeah.
And the world is now
Yeah.
water.
I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews. I've never seen that one, but I did see a bad movie on Amazon Prime just recently. Jexy.
Jexy.
It's about a dude who like gets a phone, and his phone becomes like his girlfriend, but he also like dates a woman, and then his phone tries to fuck up his life because his phone.
It sounds like, what's that one with
Her?
Yeah.
It is like a low budget Her.
Now I gotta go on IMDb and look this up. I want to see who's in it.
Pretty good.
That's. I mean, but that's almost like believable in that like it could like send screenshots where it's not supposed to. I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna say there's a scene where he's fucking his phone. It's hilarious.
Oh my God, Adam Devine is in it.
Yeah.
Ron Funches.
Yeah.
Rose
what?
Byrne.
Fucking the guy from This Is Us is in it too for a brief moment.
Yeah, Justin Hartley,
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes, Kid Cudi. What the fuck?
Kid Cudi.
All these people are in this movie. It has a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Rotten Tomatoes?
No, on
Oh,
IMDb.
Okay.
Oh damn.
It was good. It's not bad.
It was made in 2019. I thought you were gonna say like it was a good like. You got to find the ones that are made in the early 2000s.
In the early 2000s? Fair enough.
When the budgets were real low and
Yeah.
the CGI was even worse, kind of thing. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can you search like for star level ratings on there, because I think you can, because I have done that before where you search for like a 1-star movie and then you just watch it and you're like, okay, I know why this is 1 star. Some of them are so painful you can't finish it.
Can't even
but
get into it.
You know
yeah.
where you find good movies, though, is you search for 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
0%, like
Yeah.
nobody liked it at all.
Yeah, because like who's the comedian that had the special on Netflix, and he got 0% on it or whatever.
What do you look like?
Black dude. Fucking, what's his name?
Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle. He got like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
Why?
Because Rotten Tomatoes doesn't like Dave Chappelle.
Oh, no, well, because they have the Rotten Tomatoes has critic ratings and then fan ratings.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yes, that's right.
So a
So-
lot of the times it's the critics, because if, like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, the fan
or
rating was like
anyone who's like
98.
more offensive, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
like zeros on
Yeah.
that. So.
Oh,
So-
good Lord.
Yeah.
I think
So
we're
search
giving
for zero.
everybody way too much. This is the problem with the world today, is everyone's voice is being heard.
Yeah.
True.
We
Yeah.
don't need to hear everyone's voice at all times.
I'm a Yelp reviewer. Please give me the best seat at the restaurant. Thank you.
Yelp review? Are you a Yelp reviewer?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Yelp reviewers are the most awful people in this
Oh,
world.
God.
Unless they're doing it like funny
Yeah.
or like just giving a good review. But people
Yeah.
that put bad reviews on Yelp, I'm like, how
Or, like,
sad
put
are
effort
you?
into it. Yeah. If you ever, and like they never have like a 5-word like food wasn't that good. It's like we showed up with our party of 17 people. They wouldn't put us in.
Yeah.
My friend Karen was doing and like it's this fucking long, right?
Yeah.
I love that restaurants can now respond, though, to them. Because
That's
almost
great.
every time they'll be like, well, if you'll remember, you were 20 minutes late for your reservation and blah, 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 blah. And then you look like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. No. I remember reading this article about it's the worst rated restaurant on Yelp.
Yeah.
But it was the guy wanted to be that for kind of that reason. He didn't like being at it was some pizza joint in like California or something.
Okay, yeah, he wanted notoriety or something?
Yeah, well, and he also didn't like being at the mercy of
people.
The Yelp reviewers.
Yeah.
So he would like give out incentives for giving 1-star reviews and stuff and just was kind of a dick. But apparently it's really good pizza.
That's hilarious.
I read this really long marketing article about it and it went really well for him and he's like a 1-star.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I like it.
Nice.
I just try not to complain, even if it happens. Like last night I was high on mushrooms and drunk, and we ordered McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a burger in my cheeseburger.
Like
I just
no
got a
patty?
bun with, just a bun with cheese, ketchup, and
That's
I was
way
so
more depressing than mine.
upset.
Yeah, that's the worst. What?
I literally like took a bite into it, and I was like, I was so upset
I
by
think you'd
it.
be justified to complain.
I know, but then I still don't want to do it because like you can't complain anymore, especially if you're a woman. You'll look like a bitch. You will. And I work in the service industry as well, and like I mean like I find that men have bigger temper tantrums than women. Me personally, when I've worked at restaurants, especially about masks. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm so tired of people that like just wear your mask. And all you have to do is wear it, come in, and sit down, take it off. I always say, I don't want to wear this. I have to wear this all day at work.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it because I just don't want to be in my house for 6 months. I kind of do want a second wave to happen. I enjoyed the first wave too much.
I mean, I can't lie. I look back on it pretty fondly as well. So, yeah, I'm happy to be back to working and busy and stuff, but it's like, fuck, that was sick.
Everybody
playing
had
COD
like
all the time.
Vacation, a forced vacation. And I think the world was just going way too fast. And everybody just was forced to stop.
Yeah.
Except for poor nurses and stuff. I feel so bad for people.
Or like the people at like McDonald's who we expect to show up.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Like my boyfriend's a chef and he worked throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I felt really guilty sometimes, but.
I'll be here holding down the fort kind of thing.
I'll be watching I was a stay-at-home dog mom basically. It was pretty great. But yeah, no, he worked throughout the whole thing and they were busy.
Yeah.
Cuz everyone ordered food.
Ordering again. Yeah.
Yeah, damn. I don't know. Fuck, what were we saying?
McDonald's experience.
Oh, if I may, you were on mushrooms.
I was.
Did someone verify?
I double-checked. Yes, I double-checked.
Okay. Is there no burger in this?
I opened it up and I'm like, look. And then someone else was like, there's no burger.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I could understand
was
missing
that a real
like
person?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe this was a dream. I don't remember, but I was sad. I really felt, that's the main feeling I felt. I was sad. I wasn't angry.
Yeah.
I was just sad.
See, I don't know. For a while there, because I kept having issues with skip drivers not being able to find my place.
Oh, really?
And I live like a few blocks off White. Like they should know the damn area.
Yeah.
And I would just watch the app and see them like driving around my block, just losing my friggin' mind because men are so calm and well adjusted. And then I'd show up and my food would be cold and I'd be so pissed. I got like 3 refunds in a row. And then one time I was complaining and they wouldn't give me a refund. And then I think they like banned me from skip chat like support because it was all of a sudden like I was in the middle of talking to a girl and it's
my God.
The
I have
chat
a
has
story
been
about this
ended.
too. Yeah.
And then it like for weeks wouldn't let me back on it.
You
anything.
have probably a terrible record with them.
Yeah.
But it's
knowing this guy, his temper's like shh.
I'm never like you
This
fucking
guy has a temper?
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Sometime.
And like, yeah, I bottle it up and then it just comes
And
out.
then it
once in a
Honestly,
while.
explodes.
and it just explodes
Yeah.
on that skip the
Yeah.
dishes driver.
No, I'm not like you fucking piece of shit. Listen here. I'm like, hey, you know what? Your guy drove around my block for 12 minutes. My tacos are cold as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Where'd you get your tacos from?
oh God. I think just tacos on white.
Okay.
Yeah.
I work at Triconales.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Really good tacos.
Good place.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Good place. I
Yeah.
like that place. But that being said, I do find tacos don't deliver exceptionally well.
They don't
Probably
like.
true. Yeah.
They didn't want to do delivery from Trace for the longest time because they just don't travel well. So when you order from them, you get them deconstructed. They're not all put together.
That's the way. That would be the way to do it. Cause,
It does, because then it's not as bad.
Well, I kind of realized because ordering a decent amount of skip, and I was like, oh, support local restaurants.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, there's a reason like pizza and Chinese food were the go-to deliveries
Because
it
they
delivers.
travel well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they do.
So,
They started doing burritos there now that are insanely good. They're real good.
you've piqued my curiosity.
Pretty good.
Is that the one in the Mercer building?
No, that's Rosasado. That's
Oh, wait,
also the
that's
restaurant.
Rosasado.
Scotia Place area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like on right. It used to be called Rice Howard Way. Now I think it's called
Oh,
101A
yeah,
Street.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like if I ever try to get an Uber home from work or anything, that's also infuriating. Watching this Uber driver drive.
Yeah,
drive,
'cause
drive.
way.
Well,
Yeah.
and it kind of looks like a sidewalk there, right?
Yeah, it's confusing getting in there. But I mean, if your job is to drive, you should know
You
the
should know
city.
the ins and outs of, especially like downtown where people are Ubering all the
Yeah.
time. Like that's.
It's
I
even
don't know.
more infuriating when it's like, I know you're using a GPS thing.
Yeah, I think it's because they have their internal GPSs and they're shittier than Google Maps.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
Good
don't know.
point.
I do
Good
have
point.
a very high Uber rating, though, and I'm very proud
Oh,
of
nice.
it.
I think mine is pretty
Mine-
good. I haven't really been using it in a while.
I
but,
slammed a guy's door into a light post once. Yeah, I was really drunk and I
Oh, no.
opened the door and it hit the light post and it was like, dung.
Oh, no.
And he was like, I'm going to have to check that when you guys get out. And I was like, I would definitely check that when you guys
Oh, no. Did you damage?
No, it hit the door just perfectly that it was like on the inside of the door. So it was like, there's nothing
my
there.
God.
Yeah, it was great.
But your Uber rating did go
But
down.
I got like a 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Is that your average rating?
No, I think mine's like a 4.6.
Mine's 4.96.
Wow. Damn. I was at like 4.8 something. I thought
Yeah.
that was not bad.
I'm just like a very like good. I either don't say anything or I'm very friendly.
Yeah.
And when I'm drunk, I'm just like, I'm so talkative.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'm so talkative.
I felt like for a while there, I kept getting like, I must have been getting like 4s or something. And maybe, I don't know. But I'm like, I try to be nice. I
Yeah.
try to talk to them. Or sometimes I'm just like sit there quietly sort of thing. But like, I don't know. I felt like for a while I was like overcompensating, like trying too hard to be nice. And they're like, this guy's weird.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get my rating back up. I don't know.
I got a guy's full life story in Toronto one time.
In like the Uber
In an
drivers.
Uber, yeah. Like he was in like this way too nice car for the class of Uber that I'd picked.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Oh, I'm like just driving because my husband is injured or something. We're waiting for the insurance money to go through." And then he tells me about how he was like a CEO of some company or something, and then quit because he was an alcoholic or something. And then
Oh, good. So now he's driving a car.
Yeah, so now he's driving. It was amazing. It was pretty life changing.
I got a Tesla in Vancouver.
really.
Oh, sick.
It was just a regular Uber pickup, and it was a Tesla. And I'm like, this is so cool. And the guy that was driving it was like a good-looking dude. And I'm like, well, how long have you been doing this? He's like, oh, you're my first trip. I was his first trip.
What?
And I was like, dude, you are going to clean up with Uber. People
Yeah,
are
with
going to
the
be
Tesla.
so happy to be in
Yeah.
a Tesla. And like,
There's
They
a
have Uber back in Vancouver?
they
now?
just got it. It's
Oh,
very
damn.
new. About damn time. It's right.
There's a company in Kelowna called Current Taxi.
Yeah.
It's only Teslas.
Really?
Yeah, they only do Teslas, and they only do the like long distance ones, like into Lake Country and then back, because supposedly it's more economical for
I
them or
want a
some
Tesla
shit.
so bad.
Interesting. Yeah, that's my next vehicle.
They're
in
not
a
even,
few
like-
years.
I saw a Model Y the other day, ugly as fuck.
Which one's that?
The like new SUV.
I don't.
Oh,
I haven't.
no.
I haven't even. I don't think
The
I've seen
truck,
the SUVs.
the truck is horrifying. Like they're
The truck
that
is
weird-
my dream car.
that weird. It looks like a kid drew it.
Yeah.
Looks like a bunch of
So funny.
triangles.
But like riding
it,
in a
yeah.
Tesla is incredible. I've never been in a car where I got pinned back
Yeah,
because it just goes from like 0
Oh,
to
yeah.
60 in a second. It's crazy.
they
And
are pretty cool. Yeah,
Interesting.
and it's cool. Like the whole ceiling is a glass and
yeah. The
And my
big tablet.
yeah, and like you can make your car fart when it turns its corners. Like
What?
there's an app where you can when you put it on the signal light inside the car, it goes. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Don't they do like it like plays music on your birthday and Christmas or something like
It's
that?
like driving a. It's like driving
being in cash cab.
a smart phone, right? Like it is.
Yeah.
Like you have games on it, and they have games on it because when you go and charge your car, it takes about 15 or was it like a half an hour? My friend has one, but he's like, yeah, so I just play my game and wait for it to charge, and then I go, you know.
Yeah, forget it takes half an hour to charge when it only takes 5 minutes to grab a gas tank.
See, that would be annoying where it's like, oh shit, I'm late, but my charge is low.
Yeah, I think you can get a charger for your house. Like I think you can.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
But also I've heard it's not good in cold climates. That's why I'm waiting. I'm not gonna get a Tesla anytime. Well, I'm poor, but also I just.
But also, climate.
They don't work as well in cold climates because it's however it works. It's like a battery or something, and if it freezes, it won't start.
Right, I guess there's no like heat to. Okay.
You ever try to start your car at -40 and it goes?
Yeah.
That's just because of your battery, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it's all just one big battery.
I mean, you shouldn't tell people in Alberta that you want a Tesla because they get all, well, what about you got to drive it oil?
Yeah.
You got to drive oil.
Pickup trucks.
Yeah. Took her jabs.
Yeah. They don't like the electric car.
Yeah.
No.
I don't blame them. It's their job. It's their industry. But also, it's like, they're coming.
Well, just get into cobalt mining. It's about 3 times as dirty as oil, and you produce.
What's
batteries.
cobalt mining?
The stuff that produces batteries.
Oh, really?
Lithium, lithium mining too. That's also a good one too.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Get into lithium mining, and you'll be
interesting.
What's a good job that I could do that I could get paid a ton of money to do barely anything?
Oh,
OnlyFans.
I have an OnlyFans, and I've made $200 American. I have 3 fans.
There you go.
I have 3 fans. But I made my subscription price $50 a month because I'm like, I'm not just gonna like
give it away.
No, I'm not like some of those girls.
Not play the volume game.
No, I don't play the volume game. I'm quality over quantity.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Got you.
I don't know if it's quality for them, but I'm quality over quantity. Yeah. But I'm like, because I need to make some money. So a lot of girls were making money on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I got it when I was bored. I thought as a joke, I just got it, and I put up a picture. I brined a turkey for Easter, so I just had this turkey brining, like leaning in it, and that was my first OnlyFans picture. And then like one guy joined, and this was before it was like $15 to join.
Okay.
And so he joined, and then he commented, "Oh, you got me!" like. But then I started posting other pictures. I'm not a webcam girl. I'm not like doing that kind of stuff. But I did a boomerang boob. They got about $30 worth of tips on it. So
phenomenal.
I was happy. I mean, I think OnlyFans is the greatest thing to ever happen to women because we're exploited our entire lives sexually, and
turn it around.
Now they're finally making money off of it because girls that used to do webcams, like they used to like have houses in the San Fernando Valley that just were filled with girls, and they would just be locked in a room and they would have to be on cam all day, and then they would get paid nothing to do it. It's basically like this takes pimps away.
Yeah.
It's no longer something. Yeah. And there's lots of girls that are like, I don't care if you see my boobs.
Right, yeah. I mean,
what's OnlyFans cut though?
It's a lot.
Actually,
They do take a good cut.
A lot,
That's the new pimp.
Like it is.
I think it's
20%. I honestly think it's 20% because
that's pretty reasonable though. In the pimping world, that's pretty reasonable.
They are the new pimp. It's true. But also they don't like rape you and threaten to kill you.
Yeah, they don't smack you for back talking.
Yeah. And they also like, I mean, I've talked to other women that actually do it a lot, and they're like, I feel safe on here. Like for a while, Snapchat was what those girls were doing.
Premium Snap.
Yeah, and you'd have to like.
You would have to like administer it all yourself.
Yeah, you'd have to
get
people have to send you money, and then you'd give them a passcode to get in, and then you just change the passcode every month. But like, so somebody it's like Patreon. But for boobs.
There you go.
And stuff. And there's guys on there.
Yeah.
Aren't there like podcasts and stuff
about OnlyFans?
No. That like distribute it via OnlyFans or something.
Probably.
Like
There's
I thought I heard something about that.
There is a like a sketch troupe in Winnipeg named Hunks Comedy, and they put their sketches on Pornhub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Better monetization than YouTube.
Well, it's just so people find them, but like they're not.
Does it
sex.
do
they're
well?
Just,
it's just comedy.
They have people watching them and commenting and saying it's fun, but I don't know. It's just such a weird world. Everybody has to find these new ways to make money.
Distribute,
because jobs are so weird now. Like there's nothing, and their boomers are still here and they're not going anywhere.
That's very true.
They're going to stay as long. They will have to drag their dead bodies out of their offices. Like, they do not want to go.
Yeah.
And then, but then they tell us that we're lazy and we just need to work harder. I'm like, well, I do work hard. I work about 4 jobs, but I get paid minimum wage. And like, I can't get your job where you're getting paid $200,000 a year. Like, it's just.
Sorry, I can't buy a house for, $4,000 down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so those were the days.
Oh, yeah.
I know,
seriously.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I don't know. I just like, do you watch South Park?
Oh, I love South Park, yeah.
In one of the more recent seasons, how they did where Man Bear Pig came back, but it's making fun of, global warming and stuff. And they're, the grandparents are the generation that sold out the world. And they're like, but Man Bear Pig said he would go away for 70 years and we could have sweet cars and ice cream. And we just wanted that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's great. I love the writing on that show.
That show is one of the greatest television shows of all time.
Like, I liked it as a kid because there were, like, swears and shit, but now you rewatch it and you're like, oh, this is pretty intelligent political commentary. Makes fun of everyone.
Yeah.
It does make fun of everybody. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe with South Park, and that's good. That's very good. I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, everybody can get behind it, and Matt Stone and Trey Parker, right?
Yeah. It's fun. Have you ever watched Basketball?
Oh, yes,
They're
I
like,
have.
it's actually pretty funny.
It's actually not a bad movie.
But it's also funny, like, you can kind of hear the South Park voices in their voices.
Oh, you
but
totally
not
can.
exactly. Like, I don't know. It just it sounds funny to me.
Have you seen Orgasmo?
No, what's that?
Oh, Orgasmo is their other movie about this guy with a... What happens to him? I'll use IMDb.
There you go.
IMDb. This has been a really...
This is great.
This episode could just be called IMDb. Kathleen checks IMDb.
Yeah, it reads actors' names from IMDb.
Yeah, Orgasmo, 1990. Oh yeah, this has one of my favorite...
A movie poster cover?
Yeah.
I can see.
It's right here. It's amazing.
I've never heard of this.
Are you serious?
No.
How old are you guys?
27.
Okay, so you're little children.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, this was made in 1997. So you guys would have been what?
4 years old.
Okay,
I've seen movies from the 90s.
This is why you've never seen Orgasmo, though.
Shit, I would have been 4 years old.
Yeah. So Joe is a Mormon. Naive young Mormon Joe Young is recruited to act in porn movies. Joe Young was a simple young man trying to spread the word of the Book of Mormon. This was before they wrote Book of Mormon. When he picked the wrong house to preach at, the owner, a porn director named Max or Bison, tells his henchman to kill the guy at the door who interrupted their scene, but Joe fights off the guards with great skill, which impresses Max so much that he offers Joe the lead role in a movie he's making at the moment, Orgasmo, which is about a sex superhero who fights crime with his orgasmerator and Chota Boy, his sidekick. There's a guy named Chota Boy in this movie, and he wears a dick on his head. Joe, against his beliefs because he's Mormon, takes the job so that he can pay for the wedding he plans for himself and his fiancée, whom he doesn't tell about his risque new acting job. However, when the movie becomes his amazing hit just about everywhere, and he finds out that Ben Chota Boy has created a real orgasmerator, Joe is somehow in serious hot water. Basically, it's just the weirdest fucking movie ever.
Sounds like them. And they act in it? They're the...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they're the
Trey Parker is Orgasmo. Yeah.
That sounds hilarious.
And
have you seen that?
No.
It is... I'm going to see if... I don't know where it is. Like, if I...
Yeah. Those guys are both, I think, billionaires, though, eh?
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, yeah.
To it,
I think they're...
Yeah.
I know they're worth a lot.
It is, like, one of the funniest movies. It has one of my favorite lines of all time. It's not even that... I don't know. It's just like when he's talking to his girlfriend, and I can't remember her name in the movie. Shit. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. He goes, whenever they like say they love you, they go, Jesus and I love you. And he goes, Jesus and I love you too. That's my favorite thing to say to people. Jesus and I love you. I don't know. It's silly.
I actually, have you seen Book of Mormon?
I've only listened to it. I've never seen it. I really want to. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's amazing, right?
Oh, it's hysterical. I loved it. It was so good. I saw it like in New York.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
It was awesome. It was actually so funny. It's actually, they have a very old episode in one of the first 5 seasons making fun of Mormonism. Yeah. And that episode is like the first 10 minutes of the movie, more or less. Kind of thing. So.
Have they made it into a movie?
Or of the play, I should
the
say.
play.
It's not a movie. No.
Oh, they should make it into a movie. Like they just put Hamilton on Disney Plus. Have you seen Hamilton yet?
No.
It's real good.
What's that about again? Isn't it sad?
Alexander Hamilton, who is he was a president of the United States, and it's all about that. But it's like it's an all black cast.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's kind of like, I mean, you know what America was back then.
Gotcha. Okay,
but it's really well done. The music is incredible. Like it's a great. It's long. It's about 3 hours.
Oh damn.
But it is good. It's really good.
No. I have heard people talk about it, but no, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Disney
Like,
Plus.
you don't have Disney Plus?
I canceled mine just the other day because the Disney Plus app for Samsung Smart TVs is hot garbage, and it never freaking works. Like, it never loads anything, so I just said forget it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a Samsung TV and it works.
No, I don't know. It doesn't like me. Sometimes I can get movies, but I have to do it a few times, and then the TV shows almost never work.
Yeah. I don't know. I have too many streaming services. I need to get rid of some of them. I don't use them all.
There's so many.
There's so many. I do like Crave.
Crave
has
Crave
HBO.
is good. But Crave also, same issue. It like never worked on my smart TV. So
Do they still have South Park on there?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, that's where I watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many services. Just start pirating shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to.
Well, isn't there something where
Pirate
you
Bay.
can just like somebody? I have friends that like, I just search this and then I get the movie.
Well, they're
Cody.
Cody, is that what that is?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, there used to be. I think Reddit stopped doing it, but Reddit used to like post streams of things.
Yeah.
And like you could find it. You could find like a link to a good stream on Reddit.
Yeah.
But then Reddit took that down for.
Well, because
copywriting.
Reddit's become very like mainstream now. As
Yeah,
much as they
it
want to
really
act
has.
like they're not,
Yeah.
they're completely mainstream.
Oh
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
They used to be like 4chan light and
Yeah.
still kind of for like internety people, and now it's
Yeah.
very
it's
mainstream.
Yeah, it's super mainstream now.
I found out about it like 7 years ago because a guy I was dating was obsessed with it, and then I'm like, then I started going on there. I'm like, oh well, there's so much shit on here, and it's all the stuff that you see on Facebook 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Like it was all
yeah,
the first.
true.
You would see
Exactly.
it there first, and then
Yeah.
somebody on Facebook would post it eventually. But yeah, no, it's definitely become so mainstream. Everybody is on it, and it's and it's kind of like I don't like the anonymity of it sometimes. In some ways, it's good, but some ways I think it's like people will say some awful things on there and do terrible things because nobody knows who they are.
Right. I guess on Facebook comments or Instagram or anything, it is decently linked to you unless you make a
A fake
user
profile.
12345 account, right?
Then you're literally a loser. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Anybody that makes up a fake profile so they can comment asshole comments, that's a bad person.
Yeah. Like
Too much time.
Too much time.
YouTube comments though are the fucking best thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Best thing ever.
Really.
Don't put something of yourself on there though, and then read the YouTube comments. Because I
point, yeah.
had I did
You have a few clips on there actually.
Yeah, I had one from the Laugh Factory when I was in LA, and it went on, and it did okay. And like, I looked at it, and the first day it had 10,000 views, which I've never had a video get 10,000 views in my life. And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. I mean, I don't get any money from it. It's just because they use comedians. They're like, oh, we'll put you on our channel, and then take
Pay
all
you
the
an
money.
exposure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Anyway, so I had this clip on there, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I'm like, 200 comments. Oh, I can't wait to hear what people say about me.
All these nice things.
Oh God, there was one that was like, there were nice comments. There were people saying, well, that was a funny joke. And then there were people, it's all dudes. There was one guy that was like, a fat chick with small tits. What's she good for? There was one guy that said, I bet she has meaty beef curtains. There was a lot of fat comments. There was like, but it was just kind of like, I wasn't even hurt by it because it was like so funny.
Yeah.
That somebody that doesn't even know who I am just wants to like say something like meat curtains about me.
Meat curtains that's fucking funny.
I laughed at it. I laughed at
That's a good
it.
one.
But like, or just feeling the need to put your comment out into the ethos, like not that many people read all the YouTube comments,
No.
right? So like, who are you talking to, right? Like,
Yeah, you do. You like it. Some people do.
I love it.
They're
I
funny.
read the comments on Pornhub. They're even funnier. But they are way funnier.
They are, if you,
I can't say I've ever done that. So
I'm
usually don't
surprised
make
you
it that
haven't.
far, but sometimes, because a lot of times it's like, who's that or whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't know. I can't think of any, but there's some good ones.
As much as people like talk about YouTubers being like not loser, but like these people put themselves out there and on a daily basis have to listen. They don't, but I guarantee you they don't read the comments.
Oh yeah.
Because I learned my lesson that day. I never read YouTube comments anymore.
Yeah.
I just it's not even worth it anymore.
Oh, definitely.
Because but then I had people defending me in the comments being that's
good.
rude to say about it. She's actually funny. And then I don't know, it was very weird. I'd never I'd never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah, that's
you're loving the beef curtains. Meaty beef curtains, not just beef curtains, meaty.
Unreal.
And I bet she has. That's the funniest part. I bet she has meaty beef curtains.
We're gonna make an assumption here.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
I have one friend who he's in marketing and he does this marketing for this one restaurant in town, and they they posted something on their Facebook, and some dude on Facebook, so first and last name, it was one of the servers holding a beer, and it was something along the lines of damn, I'd love for her makeup to rub off in my pillow or face down in my pillow, something like that. And
is that something guys like?
I mean,
that's a simp.
Yeah, well, no.
What is a simp?
We looked up the actual acronym the other day.
Check IMDb.
I know that. I know that MP stands for mediocre pussy.
Yeah, it's
yeah. But anyway,
1 second.
It's
really?
No, it's mostly dudes that are
so,
I would drink this girl's bathwater.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Generally, hang on. Where? Oh, here we go.
That seems
good old
creepy.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is a simp?
Oh, fuck's sakes. Where?
Because I've heard it a lot
Simpleton.
lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
It is a creepy fan, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, or
how do we put it?
Well, so according to Wiktionary, a simple person lacking common sense, a fool or simpleton, a man who foolishly overvalues and defers to a woman, putting her on a pedestal.
That's also a cuck.
Close.
Different context.
Yeah.
Hang on. Fuck, I can't find it. It's something mediocre pussy. I don't know. I can't find it again.
Yeah.
Fuck, we found it the other day.
What's a simp? I just asked Siri.
Yeah.
A silly or foolish person, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck.
It must be just somebody that does stupid things for pussy.
Pretty much, or it's kind of I guess overvaluing or whatever. What it would in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pussy's very valuable, so I don't think
True.
you can overvalue it.
It's it's a the actual definition. I don't know. I think you would more so call it let's pretend a guy those painful cringy friend zone posts where it's girls post Valentine's not just for boyfriends, it's for best friends. Because some dude bought her flowers and shit on Valentine's.
Oh,
that
so
would
he's
be
friend zoned. It's a friend zoned fan.
kind of
Could be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
yes,
have some simps, I think.
I'm pretty
Probably,
yeah.
yes.
Honest
I do.
short answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're on
I
OnlyFans.
appreciate
Yeah.
my simps though.
You know what? It's what it is, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, it's flattering to have a simp, I think.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
yeah.
know.
So that's that. Cuck is when you're getting cuckolded specific.
Yeah, when you have to watch your wife fuck
yeah,
up.
yeah. I mean, well, that's the actual definition.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It's also something where it's oh, you said hi to a girl, simp, right?
Really?
You respect women, simp, right?
Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
It got reduced a little bit there.
There was a Australian cabinet minister or something that called their prime minister a simp on live air television.
I saw
2
that
days
clip
ago
too.
or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty great.
I can't believe I didn't really know about what it was. I've just been hearing it. There's so many acronyms
It's
out
a
there now.
new.
Simp is relatively
new. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys know WAP or I don't want.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, yes, I know.
No.
You don't?
I refuse to know.
Well, you're gonna know.
Well, I only
refuse.
found out about it from. I listened to.
Refuse to look that up.
Fuck, whose podcast? I think I was listening to Flagrant 2, and they played because someone did. So Ben Shapiro went on a rant about this song, right? And then so he was reading the lyrics, but then someone like edited him reading the lyrics to the beat and kind of like cut it so it lines up.
Is Ben Shapiro a good or bad guy?
He's like a conservative.
Commentator.
Okay. Thank you. Good word. So I guess you can decide if
In
he's
my
good
opinion,
or bad,
bad guy,
right?
yeah.
So,
Sure.
but yeah, he's a very like, he's kind of a like nerdy Jewish guy. Like he
So he's never seen a wet ass pussy ever.
Probably absolutely not.
So of course that would offend him. He doesn't know what it is.
Exactly.
He's confused by it.
Oh fuck! Now I know what it is.
Now you know what it is.
Shit.
Yeah.
Did you really not know what it was?
No.
And you were trying to avoid
I
it?
refused to look it up.
I refuse to watch Two Girls, One Cup. That's
I still haven't seen it.
Me neither.
I'll never see it. I refuse to do it. But yeah, no. It's,
should we all do ayahuasca and watch
watch
it together?
Two Girls, One Cup. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna vomit anyway, I guess. I'm aware of what it is. I just refuse to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
I just don't need that in my brain, living in my brain.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm quite, because I've gone this far without it. I feel because people watch it like that was years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's like grade 8.
you've spent like your whole life with that in your head. I feel like that would change people.
What year did you guys graduate high school then?
2011.
Oh my god. Oh, you guys are so little boys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to like think of like what. So did you guys was streaming porn around when you were learning about sex?
Yeah, it was kind of slow though.
No.
I had to download it to my BlackBerry.
When do you? Yeah. Or
How old were you when you had a BlackBerry?
Fucking 16 or 17.
You definitely. So it was around, but smartphones weren't good enough to watch it on your phone.
Yeah.
So you still had to like
go on a computer.
Go on the.
You had to trash your dad's computer.
Yeah, you had to be on the family desktop that was like in the living room, so you had to be real careful about it. Yeah. And it would royally fuck up your computer.
One of my friend's dads was like, I don't know why there's so many viruses on my laptop. Can you help me fix these viruses? And then she goes, Dad, stop downloading porn. He's like, I don't download porn. She's like, you download porn. Stop it.
See, downloading it was always the risky one. You wanted to watch it online. Like when you're...
I just thought deleting your history was deleting the viruses. So.
Oh, I'm sure everyone nuked their family computer.
Oh, at least once.
Yeah.
At least once. We used to go onto like rotten.com and watch like weird shit. Like, did you guys probably don't know what rotten.com. I'm from when the internet started. That's I was like 18 or 19 when the internet's just like chat rooms and like ICQ. Nice. You guys are like, what is all this stuff?
We had like a little bit of that, like
Flash games.
Yeah.
But you guys never had chat rooms or like Yahoo chat.
Well, not exactly. No, there were like forums and stuff. There like Nextopia was kind of an ancestor of that in a way, and there was shit before that. I was never on
Nextopia. Thank God. That was.
Oh really?
I'm proud to say I was.
But that was also like for teenagers when we were like it was big for like 2 years kind of thing too, right? So.
And MySpace.
MySpace, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, MySpace. That was.
Did you have your own MySpace when you were 9 years old?
I had my own MySpace.
Yeah.
I think everyone should be forced to go find their old MySpace page and look at it because it's going to be hilarious.
I wonder if it even like exists.
It was like they tried to turn it into a music thing for a while.
I heard about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for a while you could still like I think maybe 10 years ago I logged into my profile and I was like, what the fuck? This is hilarious.
You could see your posts. And,
yeah. It was. I wish we could go back and look at that. Like,
oh God.
You used to have like top 8 or something, like your top 8 friends.
I remember
and you'd put their profiles in, and then when you were mad at them, you fucking took them out of the top 8.
You're cut.
Many friendships ended over that.
I remember MySpace was because like bands could make their own like I would for like music, but not a streaming service. Like it was more like you could, but it was cool because you could look at like you could sort by like what type of label they were on, so like independent or like self-published or obviously big label, and like I don't know, I remember finding a lot of like small Canadian bands that way.
Oh a lot of like musicians were discovered because of MySpace. Like Lily Allen was discovered on MySpace.
Or I remember Chromeo was they were like the biggest independent MySpace music page for years, and then they became famous many years after that kind of thing.
Is Chromeo a band or a person?
They're a duo, like a electronic music duo. I think it's 2 guys.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's like a Daft Punk Chainsmokers kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Crazy.
That's super crazy. Yeah.
Damn, MySpace.
Yeah, we should all be forced to have to look at our. I'm just glad I didn't have. Like, I'm glad I'm not a kid now. And having like Instagram and TikTok
to grow up with that,
100%.
Like I'm,
it's so if you go and like search the bowels of TikTok, it's so cringy. I was on TikTok because I was bored. I'm like, let's see if I can do anything on here, and I didn't get it. I wasn't very good at it. But then I started getting followed by like children, like 9-year-old boys, 6-year-old girls, and I go look at their profiles, and I'm like. There was one boy that he was just like, I'm like, you're so adorable. But if you go back and look at this in 10 years, you're going to be mortified that you were putting this up there. But then there would be like 7-year-old girls dancing to Savage and like gyrating and humping and twerking. And I'm like, this is a bad app.
Where are your parents?
Yes,
right?
this is a bad app.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's weird.
And TikTok is also going to screw comedy. Like, there's going to be somebody that's going to...
How so?
Well, because all these people get famous on TikTok because they think they're being funny by lip-syncing something else. And they're going to come and they're going to do... I'm going to do stand-up now. I'm real funny. And they're going to show up. And they're going to be terrible.
I bet TikTokers will be doing, like, live events. It might not be stand-up per se, but they'll do some sort of weird live event.
Where they'll teach you how to do a dance?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I still think
It's a
the
weird
metrics
time.
are all fucked and lying to you.
Oh, and yeah.
Like the followers and all that, I think those are fudged
Fake.
numbers.
Or
just to get people to continue posting.
Or views especially. There was I read some stuff on that supposedly.
But people are making money off of it.
I think advertisers.
I believe you only really get
like if you have a certain amount, you'll get like people wanting.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
but you get paid. Like it's not like YouTube views where the platform pays you. It's like a different advertiser pays you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like third party.
Yeah.
But I think the issue with that is like they don't know the metrics yet, so I think people are just like throwing darts.
But and I've also heard though with TikTok though it does curate your page pretty quick. Like it gives you stuff that you want to see. Like
I've heard that. Yeah.
It really does. Like if you start following ducks, all of a sudden you're just gonna get tons and tons of ducks.
Nice.
And if you start like messaging like big titted ladies, you're gonna get big titted ladies everywhere. Like it's weird.
Well, then.
See, I mean, I don't know, man. And then the whole like, you know, the meme where it's like 13-year-olds when I was 13, 13-year-olds now sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the kids look like way older.
Yeah.
I feel like as a guy, because the demo's so young on there, like it's
dangerous.
It's dangerous territory.
Place to be.
Those are dangerous,
dangerous,
rough waters. Like, don't even go for it, honestly.
Yeah, you have no idea if this girl that you think is 21 is not actually 12.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I watched some video the other day. It was just a YouTube video. And there's this guy, and it's like, guess the age of this girl.
Oh, God.
And it's just like a game that he's playing. It's just a photo of a girl.
Yeah.
And this girl, he's like, she's got to be at least 19. 14. He's just like losing his. I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Man.
But it's
It's
so
crazy.
fucking funny.
It's crazy.
wild.
It's bad. Yeah. I've never gone on TikTok, so
No, me neither.
I have a friend though that she does fashion and she does like body positivity posts, and she blew up and got a ton. Like she's got 100,000 at least followers on
Is it
TikTok. Carly? No, I don't know Carly.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Sarah Bowling. She's amazing. Her videos are great, and but now she has, and then her Instagram blew up because of it, and she's getting sponsorships out of it. And I'm like, so some people did parlay it into something better.
Why not?
If you can take it off TikTok and put it onto Instagram, because that's where you'll get sponsorships, and that's where you'll get people sending you free shit to talk about their stuff.
Probably because it's a little bit more mature of a platform, I guess.
A little bit. It's not weird. Instagram's more mature.
Yes. Mature.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. End of the day, I'm glad my like internet footprint from my teenage years is
minimal.
Not really there. Yeah.
Yeah, no. We had porn in the ravine. That's what we had. We did not.
Like magazines you would just find and shit. Yeah.
Like there would be like I grew up in the West End in Crestwood.
Oh yeah.
And there's like that bridge over McKinnon Ravine on 42nd Street.
Yep.
So we would go under there, and like teenagers had gone in there and drawn dicks on the walls and like hid Penthouse magazine, and it'd be like muddy
covered
and
in
nasty
leaves
and covered in whatever else you don't know. But like I remember like my friend, we were looking at them, and I was probably like 12 or something.
Nice.
And I that's the first time I ever saw a woman with a dick in her mouth. And I was so horrified. I'm like, we're going to have to put dicks in our mouths at some point? Like, what's going on? This is what we have to do at some point. I'm gonna have to put a penis in my mouth. 'Cause I never saw a picture of a man with his mouth on a vagina. I only ever saw pictures.
It doesn't happen. I don't.
Yeah. Guys do that.
It does. Well, it doesn't happen very often. It happens, but some of you are terrible. But I remember seeing a picture of a woman with a dick in her mouth, and I thought it was the most horrifying. And I'm like, I don't want to be a grown up. I don't want to have to put penises in my mouth. And then I grew up, and I love it. But you learn to love things that you think you're like. I never liked salmon. And now I love salmon. My palate has changed. Yeah. That was like, just talking about it now, it's getting more vivid, that memory being like, I just saw that. I was like, horrified.
That's so funny.
We have to put penises in our mouths.
Fuck.
Who knew?
God. I wonder what.
Is that how babies are made?
Yeah, is that how it gets into
that's
the
how
stomach?
That's how babies are prevented.
Yeah.
I had a babysitter tell me that. I think I asked her how babies were made, and she told me, if you swallow a seed, like she meant like an apple seed
like
or a water
she
seed,
was babysitting.
watermelon seed. So I was terrified to swallow watermelon seeds forever because I thought I was gonna have a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my god, kids. That's the problem. Is kids know everything now.
That is
they
probably
know it all.
Actually, yeah, they just go fucking Google it or watch it on Pornhub or whatever.
And they know everything now. And that's why you're seeing 14-year-old girls that like look like porn stars.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Shit.
We need to find Jesus.
No, Jesus isn't going to do anything for us. Jesus has never... Look at where we are. And Jesus has been around for how long? And this is a shitty world. And Jesus is not doing his job if he's... We don't need Jesus. We need something else, but we don't need Jesus. He hasn't performed. If you had like 2,000 years to do something to make the world a better place, and it just keeps getting worse and worse, you're not doing your job. I don't understand why people still follow this man.
Yeah.
He's got a sweet beard. That's why.
You know.
I mean, he is hot. I will not lie. I am attracted to him.
When you take like 2 days to do something at your job, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Why is this never talked about? Like, Jesus is not doing a good job.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you've had more than your share of times to intervene, man.
You've been around for a real long time, and you've made the world a really shitty place. So.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting worse and worse. Jesus is not doing his job. Stop following this man.
You heard it here.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you wrote that down. Good. Oh shit, we've been going for a while. So time flies.
This is longer than he's ever gone before.
Walked into it, but also yes.
Oh my god.
So you're back on stage now, somewhat regularly.
Yeah, I was at Edmonton Yuck Yucks last weekend. I'm at Calgary Yuck Yucks this weekend. I'm going to Winnipeg to do the Winnipeg Comedy Festival, like their miniature version of it.
Cool.
This year.
Really? Okay.
Nice.
I'm just like headlining the Dirty Show, and then I've been working, but then the fall is kind of dead because I think that they're just not. We're not. People are scared to book because like
we don't know we
don't know what's happening.
What's gonna be open or
where
you can go or.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. And comedy is not the same. It's very odd.
Yeah, what's it like? Like, is there decent capacity even at the local clubs and stuff? Or?
Like 30 or 40 is like full now, which is not decent. It's like I did the House of Comedy in New West. It's right outside Vancouver, and it's a huge venue because it's an old theater, and so it's actually perfect for this because they can spread out a lot of people. Like most well-attended show was 108 people.
Okay.
But most of the shows were like around 30, and some of them were like 12.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Oof. For a comedy show, that's tough.
Yeah, and now we're doing like outdoor comedy, which is I've had fun. I've done a few outdoor shows, and they've all been really fun. But
are they just in like people's yards or like?
Yeah, people will just pay comics to come. I did a bachelorette party a couple weeks ago, and she like cried when I showed up.
What?
She's like, I'm your biggest fan.
Oh,
I was
really?
like,
Damn.
what? And she was like, all I asked for my bachelorette party was for weed, whiskey, and Kathleen McGee, and I got all 3. And I was like, that's never happened to me before. Like, I've never had anybody like,
Wow.
That's awesome.
like actually, it was really, it was cool, but it was very weird. And she was so nice, and it was such a fun show. But like, yeah, backyard shows are weird. Everything's weird now.
That'd be a weird, yeah.
I just won't do Zoom comedy ever.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even tried. I've seen some shows out there, or
I did
a while
one,
ago.
and I wanted to kill
oh
myself.
yeah. What like? Was it just kind of doing a normal set, give or take? But
Yeah,
then
you're literally trying, but
who's laughing, or do you just watch the
can't
comments
hear
of them
it.
be like, ha ha
yeah,
ha
you
ha?
can you can read stuff, but you're
no.
also watching people, and when people watch TV, they're not like like when they're in a club. You're
It's the
around other
environment.
people
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
energy.
Kinda
and
amplifies itself.
Yeah, but if you're just sitting in front of your laptop, like I'll watch stuff and it'll be funny, but I'm not going to be
You're
like,
like-
ha ha ha.
You're like,
Yeah.
right.
But it's just, and then another thing is you have to watch your own face. It's so weird. Like you're doing comedy and you're watching your face.
You like overwatch it kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Huh.
I don't like Zoom comedy shows. I'll do like Zoom podcasts. I did like a Zoom Cards Against Humanity thing.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff like that, but I
That's
won't.
fine.
I will never do another Zoom stand-up show. It was too painful.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. I haven't been back to. I get so many like free ticket emails from the comic strip.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
you gave them your email once.
yeah, I did.
That's my favorite thing when I
Yeah.
host her. I'm like, put your email in here for your chance to win. You're
Yeah.
gonna win tickets.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first time it popped up, I'm like, oh, sweet, I won. And then a week later, I'm like, oh, this is just
Yeah.
how they do it.
But it's good. Like
Oh,
sometimes
yeah, I mean,
it's
why
for good
not, right?
comics.
Get
Yeah.
people out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, does everyone wear a mask when they're in there? Do you?
No. Because the rule is if you're sitting down, you're eating and drinking, you don't have to wear a mask.
Right.
And then the comics don't wear masks because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I mean, like when you were in not sitting down, you have to wear a mask and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just it's odd.
That's so odd. Yeah.
Crowds are good. Crowds are
Yeah.
happy to be out. Crowds are
Yeah.
easy. Like they'll laugh at anything because they're
Yeah.
just happy to be out.
Happy to be out.
But it's
You'd have to be like moderately motivated to go to a comedy show too.
Yeah.
It's probably a
Well,
pretty receptive audience.
It's comedy fans that are coming out
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's not just
Yeah.
somebody that's like, well, I guess I'll go to a comedy show, but it's people that actually truly like comedy that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
on
yeah.
the mailing lists that are coming out. So that's
Yeah.
that's a good thing about it. But it's still like it's the capacity is so small and it's not. Comedy is best when it's like in a small room and everyone's close and like
Yeah.
you're feeding off of the energy in the room and. Like I had a Friday show at Yak Yaks and the crowd just didn't have energy. And if you're in a full room and the crowd doesn't have energy, it's easier to build it. You can kind of get them there,
right.
but they just when there's nobody around them, they're just kind of like dead. And it was a really painful show. Like,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But-
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn. Sounds rough.
yeah. The world's changing.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, fuck, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, I'll be back.
I
soon
hope it
enough.
will.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be for a really long time.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
Here we go.
You've had so many existential crises in this one podcast.
Yeah, it really has been. Yeah. It's been a trip. It's been
My
a trip.
life.
Well, I think that's probably a good spot to
Yeah,
call an
let's call
episode.
it.
That was
Yeah.
very fun. I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
we learned lots of things
Oh,
today.
We did. Absolutely.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
Where can people find more of you, Kathleen?
I am on all the things. My Twitter and Instagram.
All the things.
My Twitter and Instagram is Kathleen_McGee. That's my OnlyFans too. If you want to if you want to give me $50 to watch me do a boomerang.
I'll be sure to put that in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll link it. Yeah.
Yeah, Kathleen McGee. It's not hard to find me.
Nice.
I'm out there.
Alrighty, and check out Dead Baby Bear.
yeah, Dead
it's very
Baby
funny.
Bear.
Great
Yeah.
podcast.
I love that one.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.